And are there rounds coming down straight away, Tony? Can you build a picture? Can you describe the scene for me?
Hell. Absolutely horrendous. I think everybody on that hill was firing at me. That's what it felt like. I can't. The rounds, ammunition being fired was unbelievable. The tracer, they were putting up illumination shells that were making weird noises. I think it was from the cases that were falling. And bullets everywhere. You could see the peat all being, with the rounds hitting the peat, all struck, and it's all around you. Absolutely horrendous.
Literally about 25, 30 feet in front of us, there's a big rock, and there's a gap between the rock on its own. Sheep track goes between that and the rock face, and an Argentinian soldier stands up, and he actually says, "Hey, hombre," and he just, from the hip, lets fly a full magazine. Bearing in mind, they've got automatic weapons, ours was single shot. The two lads in front split, take cover. The lad, unfortunately, in front of me was killed. He took quite a few rounds. I was diving for cover and I got hit. The round went through my side, through my left lung, hit the front ribs and bounced back out again through my back. I ended up rolling down into this open patch, and then the next thing I know, up in the rocks above, there's 2 or 3 Argentinians who then start shooting down into me. Classic ambush zone. I'm in the kill zone. Start return fire back at them, and then all of a sudden the blood comes pouring out my nose, out my mouth. My lungs collapsed. So I just then lay there, put my head in my hands, and think, "Hey ho, here we go." Like, you know, I had rounds landing between me. I had one go between my elbow and my head. And the next thing then, the 2 lads that I'd basically tabbed across the island with come out from cover, brought themselves into the kill zone, grabbed me and dragged me into cover.
Saved your life.
Yeah, definitely.
On the 11th of June 1982, British troops in the Falklands were preparing surprise night attacks on a series of heavily defended mountains around Port Stanley. The Argentinians now realized that they were under attack. Rifle and machine gun fire, mortars and grenades rained down on the British troops.
It was a gutter fight in the dark, close quarter fighting. Argentines were fighting from behind rocks, a case of throwing grenades over rocks, going around, one man going, other men covering them. Range of visibility really quite short.
Eventually our section got pinned down by 2.5 machine guns close to the summit, and some riflemen. And for a while we were actually, you know, they had actually gained the momentum and gained the initiative from us.
3 para should have swept over Longdon, but there was a nest of conscripts around a 50 caliber machine gun halfway along it who said, "Nah, you're not taking this hill just yet." And that's all it took. I mean, you can be as hard as nails and as well equipped as you like, but if you come against people who are prepared to stand their ground, you're going to lose men.
The British were tired, cold and hungry. They now faced the most challenging battles of the war.
It was pretty close, because guys were going down all around you. At one stage we were going, me and another colleague were going up, and next thing he just dropped. And he'd been shot right in the eye there with a 50 caliber machine gun. No chance, he was totally dead.
The noise was incredible. The screaming of people giving orders being sort of overlaid by the screams of people who were hurt. The screams of people carrying out assaults and motivating themselves to go forward. And the noise was just tremendous. Everybody was firing. Everybody. It was at this stage that Court McLaughlin was given a command to actually, right, go and get our wounded, get our boys back, get up and go and get them. I moved out, and I found, or ended up at, next to a young guy called Neil Gross. Neil was obviously in some discomfort. We got him onto a poncho and we carried him as best we could. There were lots of people trying to carry Neil, lots of people. Because he was in an awful lot of discomfort. So much it was just really sad. It was actually his 18th birthday.
Neil Gross died soon afterwards. 2 17-year-olds were also killed during the battle for Longdon, and 19 other paras lost their lives.